Hi everyone! Good afternoon. Welcome to our webinar entitled Avoid Costly Production Errors from Last Minute Changes. By the way, ako nga pala si Leah and I'll be your business advisor for this afternoon session. My QR code is here in case that you'd like to book a demo with me, just scan it, alright? So, before we start, I just wanna share with you first ano nga ba ang magiging agenda natin for this afternoon. So first, we're going to have a discussion, sino at ano nga ba si Udu. Second, we're going to discuss as well, paano kami pwedeng makatulong sa inyong mga business. Then later on, we'll be having a case study wherein we have a sample business that we're going to have a walkthrough as well and provide the solutions that we can extend for their problem. And lastly, we'll be having the Q&A to answer your questions and clarifications. Now, what is Odoo? Odoo is an all-in-one business management software that is beautiful and easy to use. But it's an ERP, meaning Enterprise Resource Planning Software. So usually, ginagamit ito ng mga business para mas mapadali at maging integrated yung process ng bawat department. For Odoo, just to give a quick background, it started in Belgium around 2005 and mas nakilala siya since ang naging focus ni Odoo are the SMEs. But due to its growth, nag-expand ang company and sa ngayon may total of 19 offices na tayo worldwide. And I'm happy to share that by next month, we'll be having our first Philippine office. So in terms of the users growth, roughly nasa 15 million plus na ang gumagamit ng Odoo around the globe. And when we say 15 million users, so these are all our happy clients in the Philippine market. If you'll notice as well, diverse yung industries nila. Meaning, hindi lang siya limited into certain industry. So, meron tayo from retail, up to manufacturing, even real estate and restaurant business. As mentioned nga earlier, di ba, we've started to focus on the SMEs. Pero dahil nagkaroon ng growth si Odoo, then even up to now, kaya na din naming i-cater pati mga large enterprises. And if you can see in this slide, pati yung mga large conglomerates sa Philippines, we can also cover them. This is the usual question that we'd like to answer with our future users and existing clients. Paano nga ba tayo nakakatulong sa business ninyo? Si Odoo. So, it says here from standalone software to all-in-one business solution. Imagine, maaaring ngayon ang scenario as a company, we are still using manual processes. Say for example, sa accounting natin, we are using Excel o kaya naman Google Sheet. And pagdating sa inventory, I'm not sure for our warehousing team here, but maybe you guys are still using index card. And yung iba naman, kung naka-automate man yung process nila, gumagamit pa rin sila ng iba't ibang tool. And it's really hard for a business owners, no? Especially if we're going to consolidate yung mga data na need natin on a daily basis. But using Odoo, using an all-in-one tool, mas madali na ang process natin. Mas magkakaroon na tayo ng single source of truth when it comes to our reporting. Now, when it comes to the integration process, dito na papasok ang iba't ibang applications ni Odoo. It's almost 70 plus applications in just one tool. So imagine if you're the salesperson, of course, what you've wanted is pagka-record natin ng sales, it can be captured already by your accounting team. Mas makikita na ng management yung sa financials and revenue side natin. And then when it comes to our operation, say for example, our inventory team needs stock and then kailangan may coordinate ngayon sa purchasing, integrated na rin yung process na yon, even up to our production. Doon naman papasok si manufacturing. So meaning it's not limited into specific business operation. So it can covers all by two. Now, before tayo mag-proceed sa ating discussion, gusto ko muna kayo bigyan ng highlight. I've chose manufacturing and engineering for our today's topic. Ano nga ba ang meron? sa ngayon pagdating sa manufacturing and engineering sa Philippines. Number 1, supply chain and inventory disruption. Well, ano bang supply chain? Of course, this is the process involved when it comes to preparing the materials, and then next would be ano nga ba yung operation involved in terms of the processes up to selling points sa e-commerce and hanggang sa ma-deliver din natin yung ating mga products sa client natin. So, kapag hindi align ang supply chain and inventory, syempre magkakaroon na ng disruption sa ating business operation. Ano yung mga posibilidad na mangyari? Either magkaroon tayo ng problema pagdating sa supply and demand. Then second would be key operational challenges. Of course, paano ba tayo nakaka-keep up sa ating business, no? Syempre, kailangan we are ready for digital transformation. But the question is, gaano ba ka-ready ang mga tao natin? Say for example, our production workers, are they ready ba na mag-transition into having system? So, isa yon sa mga pwedeng maging problema din natin as business owner. Third one would be version confusion, and then the other is documentation risk. Kasi maaari na sabihin natin na meron tayong mga matatagal lang empleyado na sanay na diskarte ang ginagamit pagdating sa proseso, sa gawaan. Pero kapag nagkaroon tayo ng bagong system, there will be misalignment kasi hindi nila alam kung ano ba yung tamang susundin kung wala talaga silang sinusunod na sistema. And then, in terms of the current pain points, ano ba yung pwedeng maging impact din ito sa atin? Of course, bottlenecks. Kung meron tayong problema when it comes to our operation, then definitely it will also affect our financials pagdating sa revenue. Kasi magkakaroon tayo ng pagkalugi. Second would be digital process and user adaptation equals to waste reduction. Importante ito kasi halimbawa na lamang pagdating sa ating inventory. Kung wala tayong ginagamit na system or tamang process pagdating sa pag-iimbentaryo and meron tayong mamiss, sabihin natin na hindi align ng inventory and production, maaaring madagdagan ng ating mga scrap. And kung meron tayong digital process na and automated na yung process natin, then mas makaka-less tayo in terms of our waste. Scalability is equal to survival. Of course, if marunong tayong tumanggap ng changes o kaya naman is meron tayong improvement sa ating business process, more or less, we can survive as a business. We should know how to adapt, definitely, sa mga pagbabago. And then, disruption is equals to reputation and risk. Siyempre, pag nagkaroon tayo ng disruption sa operation natin, sa manufacturing, or kaya naman sa mga products na binubuo natin, perfect scenario would be nag-commit tayo sa client natin that we can deliver a certain number of stocks or kaya naman products, then hindi natin sila na-fulfill on time o kaya naubusan tayo ng mga components no, or materials ng product na bubuuin natin, then definitely magkakaroon tayo ng bad reputation with our client. And andun na yung risk ng business natin because we all know that customer feedback is very important nowadays. Now, I'd like to proceed to our use case. Meron tayong business for this afternoon. Yung name ng business natin is si Furniture World. It's the Luzon, Vigas Furniture Store. And si Furniture World, they are catering different types of fixtures, furniture. So meron sila for sofa and then they have this bar stool. Si bar stool, considered ito as one of their best-selling products. For our case, so merong local bar that needs 15 stainless frame of bar stool for their grand opening. For our case number 1, we need to order, of course naka-receive tayo ng 15 orders and we need to fulfill that stainless frame order ASAP. Second case would be, stainless frame are out of stock. So, naubusan tayo technically ng materyales, kailangan nating palitan ngayon ang ating stock. We need to coordinate basically with our client na papalitan natin yung stainless steel ng black matte frame. Okay? So, ano yung posibilidad na magiging impact nito sa ating business? Of course, dyan papasok yung emergency orders with our suppliers. Siyempre, ano pa ba yung ina-expect natin pag ganun? Dahil nga urgent yung in-order natin with our suppliers, maaaring mas mataas na natin makuha yung cost ng materyales. And then, poor documentation also. Sabihin natin na yung gagawin natin na pagbabago, say for example na lang, miscommunication between our production workers sa mga shift nila. Siyempre, hindi agad masusunod kung ano yung tamang gawin or proseso sa gagawin na pagbabago sa isang order. Doon na papasok yung unsynced BOM or Bill of Materials or Components na gagamitin versus the inventory kasi we need to make sure na may stock doon sa ipapalit natin. Ano yung goal natin, no? Number 1 is to protect our margin. Of course, we need to make sure na kahit na magkaroon ng changes sa order ng client or ng customer natin is hindi masyadong tatamaan yung margin natin. And standardize our operation. But how we can do that? Of course, for us to have a systematized process, we need to have a proper system. And ensure data integrity. So let us see paano nga ba pwedeng makatulong si Odoo dito sa ating cases. Now, for the selected applications that we're going to use for our demo, these are the recommended. Number 1, we have the sales application because later on, we're going to show you paano nga ba pwedeng i-record ng salesperson natin yung na-receive natin na order from our client. Second would be the purchase application because, of course, vendor coordination is very important, especially when we're going to replenish our stocks. Then we have the inventory para sa monitoring ng ating mga bill of materials or components, in and out basically. We also have here the PLM. So si PLM, it's Product Life Cycle Management, no, for Odoo. So basically, dito tayo pwede mag-create ng mga changes pagdating sa order sa ating bill of materials. Then manufacturing for our production. And lastly, I've added a sweet spot which is the quality, wherein pwede tayo mag-add ng different quality control point. Halimbawa na lang is meron tayong process na kailangan pagdaanan bago i-dispatch yung order o kaya naman process when it comes to production. Okay? Now, let's proceed and dive na into our demo. Alright. So for this afternoon, this is our sample database. We have the furniture world and then say our scenario right now is as a salesperson. I-record muna natin yung na-receive natin na order from our supplier. Sorry, from our client using the sales application. So here, this will be your interface. So the idea is you need to create a quotation or record the order. So let's create the quotation now and record it. So say for example, our client is ABC Group, and then you can also include the expiration of the quotation and the payment terms of your client. Then we're going to place the order, which is the 15 bar stool with stainless frame. Okay. All right. Let's save this one. So say scenario, nag-confirm na si client sa atin that they're good with the amount of 50,400 for their order. Then we can now confirm this. Okay? So if you'll notice, nagkaroon tayo ng 2 smart buttons sa taas. It says here, the first smart button, delivery, meaning it's integrated already with your warehouse. Ina-alert niya na yung ating inventory team that we have an item that needs to be delivered. And then the other one is manufacturing naman. So, nag-a-alert na din tayo sa ating production team na meron tayong item na kailangang gawin or buuin. Now, let's see and open our manufacturing smart button here. Alright? If you'll notice, nag-create siya ng different work orders and then nakalagay din dito kailan ang deadline and the components. Now, there's a prompt saying not available yung mga components natin. Dahil hindi sila available, what we can do is check first sa ating supplier, or kaya naman ang pwede natin gawin is go to our inventory para makita natin yung ating mga stocks. So from here, we will go to our inventory, lalabas tayo ng sales application and go to the inventory. So, si inventory, ito na ngayon ang magiging interface ng ating warehouse team o kaya naman kung sino ang nag-handle ng ating stock room. Kasi we need to check yung components na ginagamit natin sa paggawa ng Barstool. So, you can simply go to the reporting menu and then check your stock. So, from here, you'll be able to see may mga different categories tayo. And you have here your products, their unit cost, or magkano natin sila nabili sa ating supplier. On hand, ito yung mga current na meron tayo. And free to use naman is ito yung actual na meron or pwede nating gamitin. Kasi si on hand, maaaring naka-reserve na ito sa other orders. Then incoming, ito yung mga ine-expect natin na supplies from our suppliers, and outgoing if we have an item for delivery. Now let's go to the BOM or bill of material for our Barstool. So let's check first our stainless steel. It says here, free to use natin and actual 0 na lang. So our goal is to replenish this. Okay? So let's go now to our purchase application. Kasi maaaring yung ating warehouse team nag-alert na sa purchase that we need to order. So let's go to our purchase. And from here, dito tayo mag-create ngayon ng RFQ or request for quotation to our vendor. Alright, so let's choose our vendor and then let's order stainless steel. Total of 15. And now, I just wanna remind everyone na pwede lang natin i-confirm ang order kapag si supplier is nag-confirm na din sa atin na kaya nilang mag-commit doon sa 15 na orders natin. Pero let's give it a twist doon sa scenario. What if yung ating vendor sinabi na 10 lang yung kaya nilang ma-deliver? So what will gonna happen? Let us see. Say for example, 10 ngayon ang ipaprocess natin dahil 10 lang yung sinabi nila na available for stainless steel. But still, let's going to confirm this one. So, ang mangyayari pag kinonfirm natin na may marireceive tayo na 10 from our vendor, magkakaroon ulit ng smart button sa system. Alerting again now our warehouse team, which is seamlessly magkakaroon ng notification yung ating inventory team, no? So once they open it, they'll be able to see na meron na silang for received na 10 pieces of stainless steel handle. So they will simply validate this para mailagay natin siya sa ating stock room. Alright? And then considering na meron na tayong 10, the problem now is with the sales team. Kasi kailangan nilang i-alert yung ating client na pwede ba palitan yung natitirang 5 ng black matte frame? Doon kasi papasok ngayon kung paano natin pwedeng palitan or paano nagkaroon ng changes yung order ng ating kliyente. So, balik tayo ngayon sa ating sales. And then, ito yung recent order na meron tayo kanina, sales order 007. And ang kailangan nating i-manufacture is 15, right? From here, gusto ko lang muna ipakita sa inyo, nag-reflect na yung in-order natin na 10. Kanina, kung maaalala nating lahat, nakalagay is not available yung 10 na stainless steel. Pero may natitira pa tayong 5. Ito yung kailangan nating isolve ngayon kasi kailangan natin palitan yung kanyang components. So, saan natin siya gagawin? Doon na papasok ang ating manufacturing application. So sa ngayon, let's proceed doon sa ating manufacturing order. Let's pick one as an example. Say, we're going to change yung ating manufacturing order, number 93. And makikita natin dito na si stainless steel, not available siya. So first way, paano natin pwedeng palitan manually sa system yung ating component or bill of material, you can just simply remove this and add your new component, which is si black matte frame. Alright, black mat handle. And then we can just add this and save this one. Okay? Now our goal, remember our topic, dapat well-coordinated din ito sa ating mga production workers. Paano naman ngayon ang magiging view ng production workers? Kasi say for example, I am the team leader doon sa line natin, no? And pinalitan ko technically yung ating component. Then, ang magiging view ng ating production workers, they can simply have, say for example, tablet o kaya naman sa phone nila, meron tayong shop floor na smart button. For shop floor, ito technically nakikita natin dito yung mga manufacturing order, that's number 1. Second would be the process, and then kung sakali that will be adding quality control point or QC, process per operation, we can also add this. So this will be the overview of your production workers. Makikita nila dito, andito yung ating line 1 and line 2. So yung line 1 and line 2 sa taas, ito ang mga sinet up natin na work centers, no? Kasi pwedeng sa line 1, doon tayo nag-assembly, and then line 2, doon natin siya i-build. Then pwedeng after nun, tsaka ipapack ng ating workers, no? So, work order number 93, it says here the status is confirmed. And now, let's try to open, makikita natin matte black handle. So technically, aware na agad yung production workers natin na, okay, may changes pala na nangyari sa component natin. Okay? Now, let's try to open the line 1 assembly. And then, pagka-click natin, makikita natin dito na pwede tayo maglagay ng mga other important notes or para properly coordinated sa ating mga staff or production workers. But in this case, I've used the quality checking or quality control point. So it says here, register all the materials that will be consumed, and then it's already passed. Now we can mark this as done and malilipat na siya doon sa ating work center number 2, which is building process already. Okay? Now, product build up naman yung sinet natin dito for quality control point. Then, it's already passed. Then we can simply close our production. Okay? Alright, so wala na tayo. And then pag tiningnan natin ulit ngayon, yung summary ng ating work order, mawawala na yung work order number 93. That's the first one kapag magbabago tayo ng components or bill of materials. Then, paano naman kung gusto natin gawing automated? Kasi remember, meron pa tayong natitirang 4 dito na kailangan nating palitan para hindi natin siya iisa-isahin technically. So doon papasok ngayon ang tinatawag natin na Product Life Management or PLM module ni Odoo. So labas tayo ng ating sales and let's go to our PLM. So for our PLM, it says here BOM updates kasi nga it involves all the raw materials, yung mga components that we need to update basically sa ating production. So, we're going to create engineering changes now. Say, meron tayong version ng Barstool na gagawin. For example, Barstool version black. So, for the type, you just need to choose always BOM updates since doon kasi siya mag-a-apply. And it'll be apply also sa bill of materials. Now, for our product, let's just choose the Barstool design. So for the effective date, no, kasi maaaring ang scenario, yung pagbabago naman is depende sa supply and demand ng production. So may option tayo dito na baguhin kung anong specific date. Maaaring today kasi ASAP yung kailangan nating i-process na order o kaya naman sa mga susunod pang araw. So we can apply this and then have this saved. And then before I proceed with the revision, I just wanna highlight lang din na kung sakali yung proseso natin in the future needs level of approval, pwede rin tayo mag-set nun sa Odoo. Okay? Bago natin ma-apply yung changes technically doon sa process. But for this one, dahil hindi tayo nag-set ng level of approval, we can start the revision. And when I've clicked the start revision, nag-create na siya ngayon ng smart button. So meron tayo ditong revision version 4. revision version 4 na siya kasi maaaring in the past nagkaroon na din ng changes or record ng pagbabago doon sa product na ating binibuild. Now, once we click this, naka-archive na siya sa system natin. And then, for this one, makikita ninyo may smart button din na na-create, which is yung ECO naman. ECO is engineering changes sa ating mga orders. So, we just need to click this one. And then, kailangan ngayon magkaroon ng progress. So, ililipat natin siya into in progress para mag-apply siya doon sa mga remaining manufacturing orders and validated. So now, once validated na siya, we can apply this already. Okay? Since applied na siya, pupuntahan natin ngayon yung natitira natin kanina na mga manufacturing orders. So, labas tayo ng PLM and go back to our manufacturing module. Then, punta tayo sa ating operations under manufacturing orders. Alright? So, let us say, itong manufacturing order number 94. Okay? Makikita natin dito, yung nakalagay is stainless steel handle. But, let's try to update yung BOM natin. And then, from here, I just need to update again our PLM because I think I wasn't able to change into black mat. So, balik ulit tayo to our PLM and then let's create again another one. So, say parse tool. And then let's choose again our product here and then save. So, for the revision number 5, we're going to change this into black mat. And save. Okay. And then apply changes. Alright, so let's go back to our manufacturing module. And then let's proceed again to our manufacturing order number 94 and update our BOM. Okay. So now it's already reflected yung ginawa natin na changes. And then try natin ngayon i-open yung other manufacturing and we'll just click the update BOM again. So ganun lang yung process kapag ang ginamit natin is the PLM module. So, hindi na natin siya kailangan gawin manually, magsiset lang tayo ng engineering changes for the upcoming orders. Now, let's say sa production side naman tayo. Ano ang mangyayari or magre-reflect ba yung ginawa natin na changes sa shop floor? When we click the shop floor, we'll be able to see from here. So, say for example, you'd like to see, yung ating components na naging update. So, you can just simply click yung ating manufacturing order and makikita din ng mga staff natin na matte black handle na, yung pinalit natin na component. Okay? So, those are the two process when it comes to changing the last minute, sabihin natin may mga last minute orders doon sa ating pinoprocess. We can do it like while doing the manufacturing process or bago magsimula ang ating manufacturing. Okay? But before we end lang din this discussion, I'd like to highlight also kasi maaaring tanongin ng management na kumusta ang ating production ngayon. So for our team leaders here, there is an important part also when it comes to reporting sa Odoo for manufacturing. So say for example, gusto nating makita yung status ng mga work orders that we have processed, then you'll be able to see from here, say for example sa ating line 1 assembly, yung total duration nila, and then duration per unit, and even the cost involved sa manufacturing. Maaaring ang cost composition nito is yung salary ng mga tao natin per hour o kaya naman yung running time ng mga machines na ginagamit natin during manufacturing. And then the other report that we can also show to our management is when it comes to our production analysis. Kasi from here, makikita ninyo gaano nga ba nagtaas ang ating production cost? Like tulad ngayon sa Philippines, 'di ba? Meron tayong mga fuel increase, maaaring maging factor din 'yon in case na magkaroon ng data analysis. Maaaring gamitin din natin ito kung sakaling babaguhin na natin yung pricing ng ating mga supplies or products na kailangang isell sa ating customers. Okay? So yeah, I think that's it for now for our manufacturing module, and I hope you've learned something for today's session. But before we end lang then, we're going to proceed with your questions and clarifications. Alright? And I want to highlight lang din, no? For our Udo solution, these are just some of the problems that we have covered for today's session. Number one is the real-time scheduling and monitoring. Of course, it can be covered by our manufacturing module and automated ECO or engineering changes synchronization. It's between your production workers and your team leaders also. High precision cost analysis when it comes to the changes sa ating mga bill of materials. And lastly, end-to-end inventory integrity. Okay, so let's proceed with answering your questions. Number one is, why did the sale order produce 15 manufacturing orders? All right, this is a good question. Oh. Just to add, for that one, actually, nag-produce siya ng 15 manufacturing orders kasi what we did, this is a very good thing na feature ni Udo. What we did na every time na may magpo-purchase ng bar stool, magkakaroon siya ng made-to-order process wherein automatic i-alert ang ating production team na kailangan nilang magbuo ng bar stool. Kasi maaaring meron kayong mga products na sinisell na hindi naman tayo nag-i-stock talaga technically. Like bubuuin pa natin siya kapag may nag-order na client. So, we have the made-to-order feature sa system. Pwede po ba mag-set up ng madaming components per product? Yes, pwede. So, you can set up like unlimited naman. So, wala naman tayong any limit when it comes to setting up our BOM. Dun sa shop floor, kailangan ba may sariling screen din or computer yung mga production workers? Well, I suggest, personally na para mas madali for our production workers, if you can at least issue them, kunwari, phone or tablet that they can use. Pero kung kaya din natin mag-provide ng screen, pwede din natin gawin yon. Kung nai-imagine ninyo, di ba, sabihin natin restaurant business or cafe business ang pinag-uusapan natin. Di ba may nakikita tayo doon sa kitchen status or order? That one is closely similar to that, no? Yeah. How to create a BOM? Okay, so in terms of BOM creation, so upon implementation pa lang ng ating system, say meron tayong product which is yung ating bar stool kanina, doon tayo mismo magsi-set up sa ating product module. So, sa ating sales module, nandun yung product and doon natin isi-set up yung kanyang bill of materials or ano yung mga components in terms of building that product. Okay. Yeah, I think we only have 1 minute left. Okay. Any more questions that you'd like to ask? May limit ba ang pag-set up ng work center sa production? Wala naman. So, wala naman tayong any limit when it comes to setting up work centers. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I really appreciate your time for attending this webinar. And again, if meron pa tayong any additional questions, feel free to contact me through this QR code. You may set a booking demo with me. So I'm Leia again, your business advisor for today's session. Yeah. Maraming salamat for attending.